I just wanted to talk to you about, what is the responsive layout and why we want to design a website and, learning courses that are optimized for any screen size. So this means that, a website is going to be seen by the user on a desktop that has a very big screen, but it's going to be seen also on a tablet, as a medium screen, and on a mobile. So to do this, we can't just design thinking, with one screen size in mind, but we have to, let's say, think about the structure of the website and make it like as fluid as possible. To do this, you have to think, just want to show you this. So the website is a bit like a series of boxes, one into the other one. So for example, here we have the big container, and then we have the header, and then we can have the the text that we have in the home screen, and then we can divide the rest of the screen how we prefer. Why do we do this? So I just want to show you our website. So a very good tool that you can use if you want to learn more about HTML and you want to inspect how a website has been built is to go to, sorry, this is in Italian, but you can go to Tools, and then you just go to Developers Tools. So here, now you can see your website, and you can change the screen size of your website. So for example, I want to see this website for a mobile. You can see how the content just adjusts. So now the columns are not one next to the other one, but they are one on top of the other one. So to do this, of course, we have to give an HTML structure to our website and just instruct the website to move the columns and change the width of the columns according to the screen size we are at. So we want to see what it looks like on an iPad. So on an iPad, you can see the screen size is already bigger. So yeah, the three columns can stay one next to the other one. So this is but you can see that that these four boxes are too big for an iPad to be one next to the other one, and they are like 2 and 2. So I mean, this is very important, and this is why we always have to design with all the screens in mind, because otherwise if you would have the same screen, the same layout, and fixed for all the devices, you would have the text would be very small on an iPad. It would be like impossible to read on a mobile or on a small screen. While in this way, just adapts, so the screen just the text fills the screen, the images adapt to the size of the screen. So in the Learning Hub website, we've used one column, 2 columns, and you can change the width of the columns if you want it to be like. So we always think in percentage on a website because we want it to adapt to any kind of screen. So for example, you can have 2 columns, but you can decide if you want the left column to be 20% and the right column to be 80%, or if you want to be 50% and 50%. And then we use quite a lot of 3 columns, and it's quite a good way to break the content. And you can use images on top, or how Sabrina mentioned yesterday, you can use also icons. This is what I was showing you about the divs. You don't need to learn everything about it, but I think it would be good for you to have an idea. So just to have an idea of how the website works. To build the website, we use the framework called Bootstrap. That's an HTML framework that's very used at the moment, and it just allows to have a very responsive. It's called mobile first because we know that now most of the users really, or 50% of the visitors of your website probably will look at the website from mobile. So we have to have, the mobile user, as a first priority. And here I've added more links. This is all open source. There is a lot of content online, and if you want to learn to design website now today, in 2020, I think that's what you need to learn. I just wanted to show you. So this is an example of how we've used Bootstrap in the website. So what did we do? So we just to make it more easy for you to update, we've used this kind of element a lot. So I'm just going to show you, a few pages in the website where we used it. This is called card. So you can see it's like a box with a background, and then it has like an image on top. It has a title that's bold, and then we have a description with a paragraph, and we have a button linking to something. So let's see where we've used it. Okay, so very new. So, for example, we've seen, we've used it in the steering committee page. So look, here is an error that we could we could fix. So this image is not the same size, so there is something that is wrong here. But you can see, this the cards allow the content to be very organized, and if we try and resize the screen, in fact, if we think this is like a mobile view, you can see that they all adapt, and they go from being in 3 in a row, they just align vertically, and you can still properly see the picture. The text is readable, and all the elements are in the right place, all the buttons are in the right place. Another place where I used the cards a lot, and I think honestly is the main section of the website, is where most of the content is, and I think you have such a richness of content here is amazing, really. So this is the resources page, and you can see, all of these boxes, these are all cards, so they all have the same structure. So this means that even if the website pages look all different, really the structure is all the same. And then if you go here in one of the sections, here you have all these PDFs, but still the structure is the same. So we have a card, we have an image. This time this is a link to a PDF, and we're gonna see this in detail in a few minutes. We have a title, we have a paragraph, and we have a button. And if you click the button, you just go to a PDF link that it opens in a new tab, because then you want to be able to go back to your page and continue your navigation. So going back to our cards, I'll just show you this quickly, and then if any of you during this week or next week, in the following weeks, want to learn more about the HTML aspect, I'm happy to have a call with some of you, and just explain this as much as possible. So you can see, so this card, has options for the footer, that's like the bottom of the card, for the top of the card. It's very flexible. And here's an example, so what if you want to change an image? So it's the same process for all the images in Moodle. So you just click on the image, select the image tool, and then don't get scared. So just select, and then you select another image and you save. I mean, that's what the backend looks like. And I've tried and made the code as clear as possible. And I'm just telling you here that's what is marked in bold is what you need to change. The rest has to be like this. This is what the Bootstrap grid looks like. So you can see the 3 columns, 4 columns, and you can see, for example, here we use these 3 columns. You can see the second line, this is what we've used. So we've used, they're always divided in 12 parts. You can see, it's like 3 parts of 4 or 4 parts of 3. So we just decided to use the 3 columns. And there are some, these are called breakpoints. It means when are these columns gonna change order, and when the 3 columns, for example, are gonna stack one on top of the other one. And these are the pixel of the screen that would cause the screen to readapt with a different layout. I've put lots of information about Bootstrap. Again, you don't need to know all this. Of course, I'm gonna support you, if you need to change anything structural in the website, and I'm happy to train some of you on this, but I don't want to get you bored with this. Then yesterday,
Misha, before you move on to, can we just look at the card again? Because we have a question about how you change the background on a Bootstrap card.
Yeah, so I think
the question was, how do I insert a background in a Bootstrap card? I think
no, that's not very easy, honestly, because this is so the card has been the background of the color has been set in the CSS. That's something that is not very accessible.
CSS is, what is CSS?
So yeah, just gonna show you. So basically, the CSS is I'll just close this. So yesterday I showed you, remember the part of the website that said try not to touch it, because it's basically an additional part of code that you use in web design to assign, we call it style. So it's like, all the aspect of the website. So for example, the color of the header, to make it easier, I just, for example, create one CSS for the cards. So just say, okay, all the cards have a light gray background. So then you don't need to, change it from the editor, from the HTML. So they're all here, but I mean, I would not suggest to change it, honestly, because unless there is a real reason, if you have a reason for having a card of different color, I may suggest you to, we can think about this and we can create a new kind of card. So we can have a gray card and, if you want a green card, for example. But it's not something very easy and straightforward to do. This is quite advanced. The reason why I'm so concerned is because if you start playing around with this, so this should not ever been touched. You should never touch this, really, because if you, for example, you just delete one parenthesis or you just delete one element here, then, for example, I don't know, then the footer will change color, or structural parts of the website will change. So if you want a card of a different color, I can prepare a card of a different color, and I can see with some of you, how to change it, and how to use one or the other card.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Sorry, but
we had a question. I think it refers to the previous section about when is it necessary to use the permalink.
Sorry, let me see. Sorry, it's in the chat. The permalink is like a link. There is a direct link to the. Are you talking about the blog post? Yeah. So
I think that was a question that we missed from the blog post session. So
yeah. So if you go, to the news, and then you can just copy this link. So this link, you can see, it's a direct link to the blog post. So for example, let's say you want to promote your latest blog post on LinkedIn. So instead of using the generic news link, that's this one, you would just go to the permalink of the blog post you want to link to, and then you just copy this. You just copy this link instead, and then you just, example, you go to your LinkedIn, and then you just share a post, and then you say, look just read the latest blog post on the Learning Hub, and then you just add the link, and you see it just previews the link of with the image as well, and and just the name of the blog post. But so that's in this way you just link directly to the blog post. While if you would add the generic link to the news, you would just take the users. I'm just closing these tabs. You would just take the users to the to the list of blog posts. So I think it's probably if you want to promote your new blog, you can just send the user here. Or if you want to promote a particular blog post, you just use the permalink. Can I go ahead with the next section, or do you have any other questions? So please, if any of you is more interested in the HTML Bootstrap, I think some of you should learn more. I don't want to. I think it's a bit too technical and specific to teach all of you during this session. But I'm happy to do like another session just with people who want to go in detail and who want to learn more about Bootstrap and how to change the code, because you really need someone at the Learning Hub who will be able to fix an issue, or just be able to put hand at the code as well, as the HTML code. So next thing I would like to show you, because yesterday some of you asked me how to add a video, how to record an audio. So I just wanted to show you how to insert media in Moodle. And this is this is valid for the website, but also for the courses, and they we're gonna look at tomorrow. So what kind of media can you use in Moodle? So we've seen with Sabrina, we can use images, we can use PDF files. That again they're like an amazing resource on the Learning Hub. We can use videos and audio files. So this is quite an important thing, because in case you want to replace PDF files or you want to add files, you need to know how to do it. And again, to make it easy for you, we've used this card layout, and it's the same as the image that we saw earlier in the steering committee. So we have an image, a title, a paragraph, and a button. So if you want to replace the PDF, let's say you wanted to replace this PDF, you need to replace the image, and of course you need to use GIMP, probably download this image, open it with GIMP, and then take a screenshot of the first of the first page of the PDF of the cover, and just make it exactly the same size. If you want, we can ask Sabina to show you this tomorrow as well. It's important because it's important that especially for the PDFs, because we have so many of them, we really want them to be, we really want them to be very tidy and organized. So, if you don't use the same size of the folder image, of the cover image, then, you will have, this column will be bigger than this one, and, this image will be shorter, will be wider. So we need to keep, I think the website is nice when it's all, symmetrical and organized, and all the elements are the same size. Then we want to change the title, of course, if it's new PDF, the description, and the button, has to link to a different file. So let's see. In this case, we are just trying to replace a PDF. So we just click on the image, and we've seen that when it's selected, it becomes blue. And then you go to the image editor, to the image icon in the editor. And then you can either enter the URL if you already have the URL of the URL on the, if the PDF is already uploaded on the website, you will have a URL. Otherwise, you just have to click browse repos. Sorry, I have a problem with saying this word, repositories. And then a pop-up would appear and you will be able to select the file, and there are some screenshots later in this presentation. Remember always to, we say to implement SEO is always better to have a description of the image, and then just save the image. Then you need to modify the title. Always remember, if you're copying and pasting from different, document, you have to paste without formatting. So you just change the title, you change the text. Then what we want to do, we want to change the link to the button as well, the read more button, and you just copy the link that is in the image. That's the screenshot I was talking about. So if you want to upload a new PDF, you select browse repositories, and then this pop-up appear. And then what you do, you just select a file. You select a file from your desktop, and then once the file is uploaded, you just click upload this file. So this is we've just seen how to replace a PDF in one of these cards. What if we want to add a new PDF file? So to add, we just call them cards. So if you want to add a new card, you can just copy and paste. You have to copy and paste from the HTML, backend. And this is the bit that you have to copy. So that it looks scary, but it's not that difficult. So all the code has been labeled very carefully. So remember the div, those containers, those colorful containers we talked about earlier. So we have the big container, and then we have the smaller container. So all the website is made of blocks. So these are called divs, and here are these divs in the code. So we have a big container that's basically the whole page, of the website, or is a bigger container. And then under this div we have the div of this container of where the cards are. So if all what you see highlighted, this is all the content of this card on the right. So here you can see you have in bold, these are the only things you have to change. So you have the PDF, you have the image, the title. So I just point this to you. Can you see my red pointer? So here, for example, you have the link to the PDF. Here you have the link to the image. Here you can see title. So what is in red is just an instruction for you. So this is the title, and this is the description, and this again is the link of the button. And I've added these two exercises in the, I'm going to add them after the session to the Google Classroom. And please, if you need my support in redoing this together, just let me know and we can do this together. So now we're going to see how to insert audios and videos to Moodle. So I've told you yesterday, videos, of course, are some of the most powerful media you can insert in your website to attract traffic, and visitors. We have we have a video section under resources library. You can just go here, and what we've done here is we've just embedded some videos from YouTube. We just what did you do? So we divided the structure of the page. So we have here one column, here we have two columns. So on the left there is a video, and on the right there is the description. This one on the left, really, there are playlists. So you can see, if you click here, you can see, the other videos that are part of the series. And here we've added the videos, in 3 columns, just as a gallery of more videos. So let's see how we can, include these videos in a page in Moodle. So there are 3 ways to add videos in Moodle. So one is what I've just showed you, and I'm going to show you in detail, is and what I suggest to you, if if the videos you want to add are already on YouTube, or you can add them to your YouTube channel, is to embed the video from YouTube. This is because it's always better not to upload too many files to your server, because it will be more difficult for the user to load your page, or in case it's a course, it will mean that the user would have to load the video from scratch, while services like YouTube, Vimeo, they compress the videos, they make it very small, and the video is not on the server of Moodle, of our website, but it's just on YouTube. So it's just a kind of it's called embedding. So it means that it's inserted through a link, and I'm going to show you how to do it. The other way to add the video is to add the video from a file. So you just add the video from a file on your desktop. And another way to add the videos, you can also on Moodle record a video directly from Moodle. That's how you embed the video. So if you go to YouTube and you go to the video you want to add to your page, you just look for it, and then you have to let me see, I just use the pointer again. So, and then you just select share. Can you see this icon here? Once you select share, this pop-up appears, and you have to select embed. So you can see here that there are this code symbol. So you just select this icon, and then another pop-up appears, and this is the code that you have to copy. And then we're gonna paste it into our website. So you just copy, just select all the code, right click, copy. Then you go to the page, you go to our page on the Learning Hub, and you select, you have to, of course, the block editing has to be on, so you have to be able to see the gear here, and then you select edit settings. And then you select the HTML. You can see the symbol here on the right. And then you have to, find the right place where you want to add this this video. Then once you are in the right place, you just paste the video here. Here you can see, I've used this container called video responsive. This means that it will make the video change size for different devices. So if you want to embed the video, just use this just div. And you always have to remember, you have to be very careful with divs. So a div is always, it's like a Chinese box, let's say. So there is a div inside a div inside another div. And it's always important to, when you open it, you always have to close it, otherwise it's gonna mess up the rest of the page. But it's quite, this looks difficult, but you can try on your test page, and then I'm sure you'll be able to do it. And this is what it looks like. So once you've embedded it in the page, it looks like this, and then you save it, and it just displays how we saw in our page on our Moodle Learning Hub page. That's another way to, this is the option 2. What if you, for example, what if you really want to add the video from your from your computer. Sorry, before we do this, actually, I wanted to add something about the YouTube. So I've set up a YouTube channel for you, and I'm gonna give you the login. And so what you can do is like, if for example, I'm gonna upload the videos from this training to your YouTube channel. So I'm just gonna show you your YouTube channel. I think this is a way, we said would be better for your server, and also would be like a promotion, for your learning hub. Here we go. So I've just added one video. I think I just need to accept it to, publish it. So here, this is your YouTube channel. You can just manage your videos. You can add a new video. So you can see this one yesterday was too big, so I had to, publish it again. Yeah, you can just click create on the right. Can you see it? And then you can either go live, so you can record, for example, if you want to record a session, or if there is a training, or if there is an event, you can just go live and just record it. Or you can upload a video from here. Then you just drag it. For example, these are the recordings from this morning. You just add it here. This is very big, probably. And then you just here you add the details. So you just say Learning Hub training, day 2 session about blogs. You add the description, the Learning Hub. Also about the Learning Hub. And then you can just just go next. Of course, yes, it's okay for kids to watch this. And then you just upload this, you make it public, and it will just upload to your page. So in this way, then once you have your video on YouTube, you just do what we said before. Is exactly the same process I show you. So you go to your video, you just copy just click embed, and you copy the code, and then you just use it, and paste it on your page. This is the other option. So what if you have a small video, you have a very small video, and you don't want to upload it to YouTube for any reason, but you just wanted to, upload it from your laptop. So to add a video, just go full screen. So to add a video, you have to select this icon in the toolbar. And this is the same, with this icon, you can add video files or audio files from your laptop. So then what you do, you just, you just click this icon, and then you just, do the same thing that I show you with the browse repositories, where you just, you click and you just choose the file that you want to upload, and then you save it. Then another way to do it is, you can record audios and videos. So to record an audio, you can see there is this icon in the toolbar. So it's very simple, and I can show you. I've done a test for you in one of your test pages. So you just click this icon, and then a pop-up asking you to record appears, and then you just, if you're happy, you just click Attach Recording Annotation, and you save it. I've done, let's see, so here, this is your testing page, and here, you can look for your page where you can try things out. So here in the Dharma page, I've added this audio, and all I did, you can just do it here together. So just go to Edit Settings. You have to click, with your cursor where you want to add this audio. I want to add it here on the Learn. And then you just click Recording. We start record. It's the test. And then I say, yes, it's okay. and here is the audio. So it's as simple as this. And then if you play it, start record, test, 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 we started. So, and that's it. And then you just save and display. And you can see your audio is just here. So you can just play, and you can add, different parts of your page. Do you have any question about this? Sorry. Can I go ahead? So we've seen how to add different media. So we've seen how to add PDFs. We've seen so we've seen how to add PDF files. We've seen how to add video files and audio files. Something I wanted to add is that if you the same process of embedding can be used for many other kind of media. So for example, I don't know, if you want, you can also embed an audio. So I don't know, just go to SoundCloud. So if you have any, so I don't know, just open any of these. So just to show you that if you start looking at the web, you can see that any website really, any kind of media website has this option where you can embed things. So it's the same thing. You can see it's always called iframe. That's what the embedding code is. So you just you just copy this. You can do Control A, Control C, and then you do the same as the video. So I think it's a very powerful thing. You can just use it with anything you want. Okay, let's go to the next session. That is, I wanted to show you just briefly, some, because tomorrow we're gonna just focus on e-learning. So I just wanted to show you some more elements of the page very quickly. So the header we've seen.
Victor, before you start that, I've got a question that we didn't pick up earlier on. I asks what the mutual size of the cover image is. Or is it the actual size?
Yeah,
I missed the bit when you were talking about cover images.
I can show you this. So if you want to check the image of any, the size of an image, you just go to the page. So I want to see what's the size of this image. So you just go to the editor. So you just look at the gear. You go to edit settings, and then you just select the image you want to expect. Then you select the image icon here in the toolbar, and here you can see the size. So this is the size in pixels of the image. So remember, always the size of images is always in pixel when you are working on on web design. So this is 253 pixels per 357. I can show you if you want how to do it in you can quickly do it. If you have for example 10 PDFs to add. A quickly way to do it is, okay, you just save this image, you go to download, this is our image, and then you just open with GIMP. Still a Damoda. Okay, so this is our image. Then what you do, you just so you create a new layer. As what Sabina showed you yesterday. So you create a new layer, and then you just, for example, what's this image here? Okay, you just want to, for example, use this one, or let's say how big it is. So just create a new layer. Okay. So and then just do what Sabina told you yesterday. So you just resize it, and you can resize it from here as this layer. And then in this way, just what I wanted to show you is that if you use the if you use, sorry, it's on different, it's the wrong level. So if you use, your PDF image as a template, then all you have to do is to drag, if you create new levels, add, the new covers here and resize them. And then, when you can see the right image, you just do file and then you just export, as a new image. But, if I can, if you want to check this in detail, we can do it, later if you want. Or I can ask Sabrina to show you this this kind of exercise, because I think, so imagine, I'm telling you this little trick because, so just imagine and look at how many covers we had to add. So we're talking about, I don't know, 100 covers, yeah? So I would have gone crazy if I had to create all these, one by one. So all I did was exactly this. So I just, open GIMP. I've used the first one, with the right size as a template, and then I was just taking a screenshot. For example, let's open this. I was reduce the size of this, taking a screenshot of this cover. Then I was just I was going on the right level as this one. And then I was just going to my desk. Yes, and then just was dragging this here. Oops. Yes, you say to convert. And then I was just resizing. So you go to level, scale level, and then you see you always have to keep this, active, so it will be proportional. So just try randomly now, quickly. So just, scale this. Now it's not enough. You say it was about 200 something. So you just this, okay, for example, even more. So you just find the right size, and that's it. So here is our cover, and we're sure that's the right size. So we just go here. And we export it, and it's important that you I suggest you that you use the title of the PDF, because then it will be easier for you to find the right image when you then have to import it to Moodle. So you just export it, just call it like test PDF. And then just export it, export. And then here, in this way, you have, lots of images with the same size. So if you have to, let's try and upload it to our Sandpit. So here we have these cards. So we want to replace, let's say, one of our images. So you just select the image, you go to the image, you go to browse repositories. I have to do a training about how to say this word. Okay, and then you do upload file. You choose a file, and then you find your test PDF on your desktop, and then you just open, and you upload it, and then it's gonna ask us to add, description. You leave, just if you want to change the description, this time is different. This time is a life changing. So this is important to say for the for the SEO, so opportunity, and then you just save image. Go and check. Now it's wrong because we have to. I think we have to. We've done something wrong in the, let's see. I think maybe the image wasn't the right size. But anyway, this is the way to do it. So you just then save, and the image. I think there is a problem. No, it's okay. I think it was just a preview showing it smaller, but it's fine. So you can see now that all the images are the same size. Okay, so Rupert, can I just, I've almost finished, just wanted to show them a few more things. Do we have time or is it too late for them?
I think we have time. We're due to continue until 1 o'clock at least. So unless I hear otherwise from the group, I would continue.
There's not much left.
We have another question.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, we have enough time up to 1 o'clock.
Okay, we have enough time. Let's continue. So Hanatu asks, thank you for your wonderful presentation and it's really helpful. Please, is there any limit on the volume of the video or audio to be uploaded? So
yeah, so they, there is
the size of the file.
So I mean, again, I suggest you, so the audio is okay. I think the audio is quite light and it's not a big issue. Usually, the maximum size of files would be 100 megabyte is really like the maximum size. So I just write it here. So it's 100 megabytes. And also because there is a server reason. Because if you need to upload files that are bigger than this, you need to contact your IT department and they need to change something in the Moodle server. But I think the audio files are light, and I'm sure you're not going to reach 100 megabyte unless it's like a 3 hours recording. But the videos I think are more of an issue. So if you can, I suggest you to use the YouTube channel and upload your videos to the YouTube channel and use the embedding link from there, because it's also a good promotion for you to have a nice, up-to-date, very informative, very content-rich YouTube channel, and then from there you're gonna have material to post on your Facebook, on your Twitter, on your LinkedIn, and then maybe other websites would like to use your YouTube videos. And actually, I think a good a cheeky way to use your videos as a promotion for your learning website would be to add in the description, apart from the description of the video itself, I would suggest you to add a description about what the Learning Hub is and put a link to the Learning Hub. So in this way, you will just attract traffic. So it's okay to upload, if you want. I think recording audios is fine. I would, try, if you have nice videos to upload, I would just use YouTube, because more people would watch them, and it would be a good way for you to attract more visitors. But yeah, the maximum size is this one. And I haven't shown you, but in the presentation about videos, I've added some links. So this is more about how to embed an audio, but I've also added this link that is could be useful for you, because if you want to go into videos, that I think would be a good thing. And this is a list of 14 video editing tools. They're all free, and you can according of what kind of desktop. If you have a Mac or a Windows, you can use all of this for free. So it means that for example, if you have to even do like very simple, so here I have for example iMovie on my laptop. Can you see it? So for example, here I just wanted to our session from yesterday is too big to be uploaded to YouTube, because it was over 2 hours long. So if you want to do simple things like, for example, cutting, if you want to, for example, cut the video into a few bits, you just you can use this kind of editors, and they're very simple to use. Or if you want to add, you can add a logo, or you can add, you can add the cover to your video. So you can use this free software to do this kind of things. I just wanted to show you a few more things before we finish today, just to wrap up on the website aspect, and then I'm sure you're gonna have lots of questions in the next in the next days, because there is a lot to learn here. So just wanted to show you, in detail the few elements of the website we haven't looked at yet. So I've showed you yesterday header, but just wanted to show you, element by element. So we say that here we have a logo, and I'm going to show you how to change it in case you want to change it. We have the menu. That's very important because, in case, for example, you want to add a new link in the menu, then you have to know how to edit it. Here we have the login and the search tool. So I don't know if you have tried yet, but if you click the search tool here, you can look for success, and then it just takes you to the different page where it's gonna give you a list of results of your search. And then you can filter your search if you want. Then we have the contact details, and you can edit them as well. And then we have this sidebar menu that is more like for a navigation, like if you are logged in user and is telling you in which section of the website you are. Let's have a quick look at the menu, how to update the menu. So you have to go to Site Administration, click on Appearance, and then Theme Settings. And then this is what you're going to see. So you have to go to Custom Menu Items, and you can see at the bottom there is just showing you with the pointer. Here you can see what's the formatting of the text. So how is Moodle going to understand your list of links and menu items? So you can see, you can write. So you can write the header, of the menu, and then if you want sub items, I'm just showing you what a sub item is. So if we look at our menu, you can see you have a header that is our about, but then if you click, we have these sub items under about. That is about the HRH Learning Hub, steering committee, and the same for our services. So we have a header as a main item in the menu, and then we have these sub items. So if you look at this, so we have our about, but then if we want sub item, then we need to use a dash, no space, and then the name of the item, and then we have to use. Can you see this? Can you see this vertical symbol? So this means, okay, here the link starts. So you just add this item, and then this symbol, and then you add your link. But you just have to follow the example given by Moodle here. That's on the page. I'm just gonna show you from the website so you can see. So we say you have to go to Site Administration, Appearance, Theme Setting. So you go to the website. You have to be logged in, of course. You go to this side menu that we've seen. You go to Site Administration. You go to Appearance, and then you go to Theme Settings here. You just scroll down and just find it here. And then here you scroll down until you find the box that I show you. That's this one. So you can see here the examples of Moodle. So it just says, okay, this is the main item, sub items, and then the links are after this vertical symbol that we see here. And that's how we did. So you can see about, and we got two sub items. We got our services, we got training, vertical dash, and then the link, new line, sub items, the title of the sub item, and the link, and so on. So if you want to add, for example, let's say a new link under the steering committee, so you just go to a new line, you just use a dash, and you use a new page, and then you have to use this vertical dash, and then use the copy the you have to copy the URL. For example, you just let's just use one URL that you already had. So you just use a new page that you want to add. So you just copy the URL of the page once you are on the page, and you just paste it.
Just going back
here.
to that screen, Nietzsche, sorry, where we saw the code. If I wanted to find that long vertical dash that you were referring to, where is that on the keyboard?
Yeah, you mean this? It's just so my keyboard is where you have the normal dash. You have the kind of I just type it here so you can see it.
Oh, I see. Well, there's one
when there is
on
this,
the top left, the number keys.
So where there is this, I think if you do shift, it would make it vertical.
Okay.
Can you see it? I can send you a picture of.
If we could have a screenshot of where it is on the keyboard, that would be great.
Yeah, but it also depends, on what kind of keyboard you're
using.
On
different keyboards, yeah, of course.
I'm using an English one, so in the English one is in the. I can see just next to the return key, but I can. I'll take a note and I'll send you an image of where it can be. So once you've added your new page, you just click select, and if you want to, we can do it, and then I can delete it. And you see here now is a new page here under about. You just click and it takes us to our page. So I think this is important, in case you want to add new links to new pages. Oops, sorry. Now here is in site administration, appearance, and team settings. So I just delete it. So next thing I wanted to show you. So I think there is an exercise about exactly what I've done in the with the menu, and you can try and do it yourself. Just delete it after doing it, and try not to change the rest of the menu. So another element I wanted to show you quickly is the footer. So what is the footer? We saw it yesterday. It's the bottom of the website, and it is important because it contains some essential information about the Learning Hub. It stays the same on every page. So it gives there is a logo, there is a description, and about what the Learning Hub is. And then there are some links. Some of these links are not in the main menu because they are links that usually are in the footer of the bottom part of the page, because there are links that most of the users don't need. So like terms and conditions, privacy policy, and acknowledgements. And some of them, like about resources, library, and contact us, are also in the top menu. And then here are the contact details. So that's how you can change it. So you just go to site administration, you go to appearance, then you have to select the theme that we're using, that's Academy, and you select footer. I'll just show you from real because it's a bit more clear. So you just go to site administration, you go to appearance, and then you go to the theme you're using, that's Academy. And then here, remember yesterday we saw how to change the slideshow from here, and the footer is in the same section, so it's just the next tab. So this description is, let's see if it let us see. Yeah, so this description is this description here in the footer. You just change it from the footnote. These are the links that we see in the second column, so the info links, and the same formatting that we saw in the main menu. So it's the the title and the vertical dash and the URL of the page, and then here we have the copyright. That's this one here at the bottom. So in case, for example, next year you want to change it to 2021, you just have to go here and change it, from this field. This is the address. For example, you want to change the phone number. This is now the relevant phone number for the Learning Hub. Just change it from here. This is where we're going to add. So I haven't created the social media yet, apart from the YouTube channel and the mailing list, because I would like to know from you, which social media you would like to use, and then we can create them together, and I can help you setting them up, and but because it's you have to look after them, so you have to decide which one you're going to use, and according to what's your strategy, communication strategy. And then you just hit save, and you save your footer. So if, for example, you are going to add, let's add just a random, sorry, I don't use Facebook, so it's not the best. Which other options do they give us? Let's see, we want to add the Twitter account of the Women for Health. That is this one. I suggest you to have your own account, but I'm just using this now, just an example. So we just add it here, we hit save, and it will appear here in the footer. So it's already set up, we just have to add the link, and then the icon and the link will appear at the bottom of the section. So yeah, just let's think. Next section is actually about we're gonna talk about how to promote the website next. So I really invite I don't want to patronize your communication strategy. So these are just suggestions, and then I'm very happy to help you, and according to what you decide, I'm happy to help you setting the social media up. So we mentioned the search engine optimization a few times during these 2 days, and this is a graphic just to give you an idea of how Google ranking algorithm works. Google is very happy when there are external links in your website. They're called offsite. When there is social, like social links to your website, so you can even if you can even embed social media stream on your website. And then there are more technical things, like when I talk about the index, Google likes websites that are well organized and they follow simple rules. So here are the most important rules that you should follow on the Learning Hub, if you want your website to be indexed properly by Google, and if you want to appear in the top of the search on Google. So images should always have a description. So you remembered when we've added the new image, Moodle asks us, do you want to add a description, or is it image only decorative? No, we always want to add a description to the image. You don't have to use images over, really there is no an exact size for this. I can give you a more detailed size for this, but I can check with Sabrina. But I think images should always be a reasonable size. They should not be like 5,000 pixels. They should be like 400 pixel, 1,000 pixel maximum. I can check with Sabrina what's the size of the file that correspond to this, but they should be as small as possible, but with a good quality, with a good resolution. About the text, Google is very sensitive to the headers. So the headers for Google and in general for a good web design, they're not just about, so basically H1, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but H1, H2 and H3 are different size of headers, of titles. So H1, let's have a look at that website so we can see some examples. So for example, you go on our website, and our H1 is about the HRH Learning Hub. This is not just because we want it to be big, but it's because this is the most important information in the page. Then, our H2 can be, our mission, visit us, Women for Health program. Yes, they're smaller headers, but it also means that just after each one, they're the next most important information, and we want Google to read them straight after our H1, so our most important title. And then if you want, you can add, so after this, you can add in H3, that would be like a subtitle of a section. So for example, if you say, if we have here our mission, then, we want to add the subtitle to this. So our mission is to, make, the birth safe experience for women. So we want to be a subtitle for a section. We don't want to create a new section for this. So I would say here, so yes, H1 is the main title of the page, most important information. H2 is the title of the section, and H3 is the subtitle of the same sections. In this way, Google will be able to read the information very easily, and it would just index the page, and it would just say, oh, this website is, it just says the information well indexed. I'll just push it up in the search index. And then the links that I've already mentioned many times to you, I'm not gonna repeat it again. And then, yeah, the social media. So, social media and, and the newsletter and the blog post, anything that makes it look, makes your website look live and up to date is very good, because, if in 6 months time the only blog post will be like a, my blog post from October 2020, then it will not look like if you're really looking after your website and people will not want to check, for updates, they will not want to check your website for updates. But if they think, oh, let's see, what nice content I've added this week, because, I know that this website is good also because you can learn more about health in general. You can learn more about health in Nigeria, or nurses would like to go to your website too, because you have a nice selection of topics, and you're always up to date, and it's a nice place. It's a hub also because it's a hub of information, I think. So I think the only thing I haven't shown you in the website I want to show you before I finish today is so where are these courses. So tomorrow we're gonna learn how to create courses in Moodle, and I just wanted to show you where these courses will be. So this is our training page. Is one of your services, and here is just a quick description about what the training is about, and these are the different courses that I've added. These are the courses, some courses that have been created as part of Women for Health. So I just have to log in because at the moment it's also in a different place. So this is the course that I'm going to show you tomorrow, and we'll go into the detail tomorrow. But you have to remember that, so for example, this is an error. Look, this has been linked to go to a different website, and it's now opening in a new tab. So we can learn to look for this kind of little errors, and hopefully you'll be able to fix them after this 2-day session. So thank you. Please just send me all the questions you have, and if you want to have a separate session this week, next week, with less people about one particular subject, or if you just want to have a call on Skype with me, please just ask me any questions. And thank you.
Thank you very much, Licia. That was great. Really well done. I know that.
Thank you for listening.
I know there's so much detail, and there's a lot to absorb. As we mentioned before, there are exercises with step-by-step instructions for every single one of the things that Licia has shown, and all the ones tomorrow as well. They'll be uploaded. And I noticed there was a couple of questions that we haven't picked up about video sizes and so on, which we can come back to or answer. I don't know if you want to answer them now, Licia, or whether we should, it looks like we may have lost some of the group. So why don't we answer those in the tomorrow morning or in the material we upload.
Yeah. Sorry, can I just ask you something to everyone? Can you please just accept the invitation in Google Classroom? Because just wanted to, don't want to be repetitive, but it's very important that, it's an amazing place where you can just, find all the presentations, all the exercises. So it would be very good if you would just join. So you can just see, like, most of you haven't joined. If you have troubles like finding the link, I sent the link yesterday and I can send it again today, so you can just follow the link and accept the invitation. But I just think it would be good for you, so you can have you can look at the material whenever you have time in future as well, and will be always be stored here. So and you can something I haven't mentioned is that if you have questions after the session, you can just post it here. You have permission to write in the stream of Google Classroom, and then we'll be able to answer your questions. In fact, if you just go through the stream, you can see that yesterday Sabrina asked, just asked me to post, but she sent me the content for one of your questions about how to optimize images for the web. And I think Google Classroom is good also because it would be good for you to learn how to use it, because it's a really good tool you can use for the learning in future, and it would just enhance the quality of your training. So please go and accept the invitation, please.
Thank you, Licia. That's great. Okay, you've got your homework, which is to log on to Google Classroom and check out what we've got there. We're looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow. We will try and start at 9:30. Hopefully we'll all be able to connect. And again, thanks for your attention and looking forward to tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Goodbye from us. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.